Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Rahul AM. Today let us discuss about the difference between DSBSC and SSB modulation and its application. Here is the introduction. DSBSC stands for double sideband suppressed carrier modulation. SSB stands for single sideband modulation. Both are modulation technique used in communication systems. DSBSC modulation. DSBSC modulation uses two sidebands and a suppressed carrier. It is a type of amplitude modulation where the carrier wave is completely suppressed. DSBSC modulation is used in application where bandwidth efficiency is not a concern. SSB modulation. SSB modulation uses only one sideband and a suppressed carrier. It is a more bandwidth efficient modulation technique compared to DSBSC. SSB modulation is commonly used in applications where bandwidth conservation is crucial. Now let us know about the frequency spectrum in DSBSC and SSB modulation. In DSBSC modulation, the frequency spectrum consists of two sidebands and a suppressed carrier. SSB modulation only has one sideband and suppressed carrier in its frequency spectrum. The suppressed carrier in both modulation techniques allows for efficient use of bandwidth. Here are the advantages of DSBSC modulation. DSBSC modulation is simpler to implement and requires less complex circuitry. It is less susceptible to noise interference compared to SSB modulation. DSBSC modulation is used in applications like AM radio, broadcasting, and telephony. Here are the advantages of SSB modulation. SSB modulation is more efficient in terms of bandwidth utilization. It has a higher power efficiency as it transmits only one sideband. SSB modulation finds applications in long-distance communication such as amateur radio and military communications. Here are the bandwidth requirements. DSBSC modulation requires a wider bandwidth due to the presence of two sidebands. SSB modulation requires a narrower bandwidth as it transmits only one sideband. The efficient use of bandwidth makes SSB modulation suitable for applications with limited frequency resources. Next comes the carrier recovery. DSBC modulation requires carrier recovery at the receiver to demodulate the signal accurately. SSB modulation also requires carrier recovery, but it is more complex due to its suppressed carrier. Both techniques require additional circuitry for carrier recovery. Here are the applications of AM radio broadcasting. DSBSC modulation is commonly used in AM radio broadcasting. It allows for the transmission of audio signals over long distances. DSBSC modulation provides good audio quality, but it requires a wider bandwidth. Here are some of the applications of long distance communication. SSB modulation is used in long distance communication applications like amateur radio and military communications. It offers better signal quality and power efficiency compared to DSBSC modulation. SSB modulation is preferred when conserving bandwidth and transmitting over long distance. Last comes the conclusion. The two modulation schemes that are derivatives of DSB modulation are single sideband SSB and vestigial sideband VSB modulation. SSB modulation is produced by filtering out all of one sideband of a DSB signal, while VSB is produced by leaving a vestige of one sideband and all of the other sideband of a DSB signal. And this ends the video on topic DSBSC and SSB modulation. If you like the video, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and share to your friends. And thank you for watching the video.